Right, Saturday, December 14th. This is the one we're racing today. It's the last stage of the Allkin Classic series. Interesting one. That's Ryan Yates' first effort at hosting, and he's done a really great job creating something quite special. Longer races, kind of in the theme of the Spring Classics is the theme, and so we picked those kind of courses. All of them hilly to some degree, some of them downright mountainous. But all of them interesting. He's done a really good job. What's unique about what he's done is try to figure out a way to bring inclusion, meaning schedule availability, like over a weekend, stage, multiple sessions of the stage will be held, but also pins to accommodate everybody. He's got wide ability range matchmaking on. Usually makes like 4 different pins based on ability. So what happens is 1 minute before everybody jumps in the pin, all levels, 1 minute before the race starts, number crunching happens, pin closes, the algorithm looks who came, who signed up, what the abilities look like, splits up the humans into 3 or 4 different pins by ability to match make them, and then fills the remainder, in this case up to 51, with race bots. Humans fill first, race bots up to 51. Those are also matched generally to the humans also. So it produces races where no matter what ability you are, you'll end up with some competitive racing in theory, and it generally works pretty well actually. And he's taken that, so to figure out how to make a GC out of that, general classification, he's come up with a very clever way to balance different pens and different sessions. They can be different race experiences actually. And I think he's done a really good job balancing that. It's really hard. You have a lot of trade-offs to make. How do you weigh someone who really does well in pin 3 versus someone who does really well in pin 1? I think he's come up with a good way to balance difficulty of the event based on who signed up, the pin assignment, finish position, kind of weighing things, generally rewarding outperformance based on your ability, giving some weight there, but also outright performance. He's done a lot of work, especially in the background, studying how to fairly balance all that. So credit to him. Thank you, Ryan. Great work. It's not easy. He's put a lot of effort in this. Made it pretty popular. He's had over 100 racers participate. Last I saw him, more since then, I'm sure. So this is the course he set up for us today. It's called Grand Day Out. 61.7 kilometers. 1 full lap. Must be 1.5 laps, something like that. He picks the finish point. Previously picked it for us at the top of that climb. It's definitely a climber's race. We'll look at who signed up in a minute. Definitely not a climber. So surviving in a bunch of bots at the end is kind of best I can hope for. The other thing Ryan's done, it's really interesting, is come up with different categories, including age cats. I'm privileged to wear the yellow jersey of my age cat winner for the oldies. Honored to wear that. Hope I don't bring dishonor on it today. That's clever. It gives nice something else to fight for. There'll be a sprint jersey, climber's jersey, overall jerseys. So he's done a good job of giving everybody something to fight for. So we have 7 minutes before the race starts. What else can I tell you about this? It's a scratch race, so good old-fashioned scratch race. You want to be first across the line to win. And he's got a 3,500 meter neutral zone. It's inhumane, so it's a nice way to kind of give everybody a warm start, a running start, so you're not crazy sprints out of the gate on a long race, which makes no sense. It's a nice way to kind of neutralize that. Give everybody a running start plus a warm-up. Thank you, Ryan. It's a Tier 1 entry requirements and performance verification. That means to get into this race, you need a smart trainer, cadence sensor, heart rate monitor, all functioning throughout properly, excuse me. And it'll do live performance checks, which means suddenly on the descent, your trainer shows you're doing no cadence, but 200 watts, even 50 watts on long descents. That makes no sense physically, and you can get removed. That happens when things are uncalibrated or haven't connected things right. Something like that could give an unfair advantage, and you're actually removed from the race live, which is harsh when it happens, but it's a good thing for integrity of the race and for the racers. We're all familiar with it now. If you've got some experience with it, we're all very attuned to keeping our equipment properly calibrated. In my case, warmed up and then calibrated. It's generally not an issue, but it takes something to get used to make sure your equipment's squared away. Let's see. He's actually at voice channels, but I'm not going to be on that this week. I'm recording, plus I might have to mute. Might be some noise with the construction nearby, so won't be joining the race radio, but it's nice. It's another nice touch Ryan had. We've done that before. We've all jumped into race radio to chat on these long races. So again, credit to Ryan. You're doing a great job. Looking forward to what you create for us next. So these are mostly bots you see. Let's look at the signups. 5 minutes to go. Oh, my teammate Mark is in. Good. I didn't know he was going to be here. Fantastic. He's our newest teammate. Joined us in TTT. Very strong rider. Glad to have him here. Some of my teammates raced earlier session. By far the strongest rider and favored to win this is Christophe from Peddlers. Just one of the best climbers on the platform. It's his kind of race. He can sit in and do well in the flats, and he can even sprint. So he's a great guy, one of the most popular racers, very influential, very supportive guy. In fact, if you can view his credentials here, you can see he's an all-arounder. He's now over 1,800, so there aren't that many humans over 1,800 on the. He's one of the elite. Races a lot. Races very, very well. It's funny that Forest Velodrome is one of his favorite routes in the coastal loops, because he's a climber and much prefers to be on the climbs. I think that tallies up some of the warm-ups and things like that he does. Obviously, a lot of experience on the platform. Very high ranking, only goes up to Diamond 3. So he will help anchor the bots, actually. Bots get assigned to Pen 1. You're going to see his 1801 rank and build the bots kind of around that. I'm below that. Mine is way down below that at 1734, which is still good. I'm pleased with that. We've also, like my favorite routes and his are the same. But you can see how much time we spend, 28,000 kilometers on this platform since we've been here. So really, we're fans. There might be a few more people come in the last minute that didn't get included here. Say hello to Mark. It's team chat mode. There's Christophe. Do a quick hello to everybody, and then we'll be off. We've got 2 minutes before that pens close. We get assigned to our pens. Eduardo, where's that? He's Mark. There's my teammate. Eduardo is a human who's a very strong. I thought he was a bot. Very intentionally, toward the designer is thrilled when we can't tell the difference between his AI bots and humans. Newbie question is always, how do you tell the bots, or can we add a name or distinguish them in some way? He's never ever once made a move in that direction, which I think is good. Once you embrace the bots, you get used to them. You actually enjoy. They have their own fan clubs. We know the top bots. They even have their own bot life channel and Discord. There's Mark. All right, let's see here. So pen 1. Oh, do I remember wrong? Do we all in one? I thought he was using wide area network, but it just said one pen. Interesting. I'm not sure, actually. Usually you would see pen 1 of 3, something like that. Ask Ryan afterward how that worked out. Maybe he just gave us one pen today. Maybe there weren't enough to split up. They're all at the same level, I guess. So Christophe is human. Jakob Hilti, that's a very strong bot. The one I'm going to try to follow along with, if I possibly can. Joshua, Hugo, very strong bots. Chris is the highest ranked human. Eduardo's right back in there too. Okay. All right, here we go. 3,500 meters of increasing bot strength to get us warmed up. It's pretty used to. You see Eduardo and another rider shooting off the front. It's hard to get yourself adapted to it because they start at different levels. So we'll get dialed in. We'll all settle in here. I've grown to like the pacer bots quite a lot. This wasn't the intention. They were built for the track, the Ernie and Kieran race. Organizers started using it to neutralize the starts. Actually, I actually like it. Warm up very well usually. So that's my teammate Mark. He's in here. I'll have to compare notes and check with Ryan later. I suspect that's what happened there. Just a few humans, all pen 1 level, so it just gave us one pen, I think, rather than finally split us up. Mark's funny. He said that because he knows, well, neither one of us are creatures of the climbs. So courses like this are interesting because bots are kind of different types. There's some TT bots, real good on the flat, terrible sprinters, terrible climbers. Some climber bots, amazing climbers, terrible sprints. One note. Yeah, there he is. He's my team kit, but one of the features of this race, Ryan set up is all those cat leaders with their own jerseys. So I might be the only jersey holder in this one. Not quite sure. So there'll be sprinter bots also that are murdering sprints but can't climb. So My hope on a course like this is to climb with the TT bots who this much flat might stay near the front, track down the sprinters and the climbers in the hills. That's my theory. We'll see. Enjoy racing with Mark. He's a real punchy rider. He joins our TTTs. Getting to see him in action. So he can sprint. It's real good on the punchy climbs. I'll have to look for opportunities to lead him out. It's more of a TT guy who can't sprint. That's my dream. All right. Coming to the end of the neutral zone, you see the white flares. A kilometer or so. Move up a little bit. I won't be chasing solo bots screaming off. I want to try to mark those top bots. See if I can stay with them on the climbs. Because they'll be very fast on the flats. All right, there's the flares off to the right. Time to move up. Keep an eye on the front, but not be on the front. Here's the bot I want to follow, Hilti. Try to stick to him like glue if I can. Long race, so reserve my energy. Oops. Overshot that. Start the hills. And let everything go other than Hilti. I can't climb with the best of them. Just fry myself anyway. And I can't outrun Hilti on the flat. So my best bet is to stick with him as best I can. Oh, there he goes. Wondering where he was. Should have been paying attention. Another climb. 4 or 5 minutes. Stick with Hilti. Best I can. Not worry about any of the climbers in front of me. There's Mark. Good. Okay. 52K left. Almost all the climb. Yikes. It's healthy. Alright. I'm mute for a while. Too loud. Breathing. You've done a lot of racing. I don't blame Mark for not having legs. I know the feeling. Okay, recover a little bit, then catch Jacob and Joshua, two of the top 3 bots. I can't outrun them, so I don't feel guilty hanging on, coming to the flat. Just hope I have enough to stay on over the next 2 mountains to come. Not worried about the velodrome bump. Christophe and Eduardo, the class of the field. Off the way, they'll even extend their lead on the next climbs. We probably catch them here with the bots, PT bots. But they're unbeatable on the 2 major climbs to come. So happy with this group. 2 of the 3, Hugo is in there too, I think. 3 of the top 4 bots, right about here. So, prudent. Sitting a bunch for here. Uh-oh, here goes Jacob. That's an attack. Here we go. You can see how he guttered me. Works in the braking corner. See if I can catch. I don't know. Be tough. Oh. So long. Another braking corner. He's guttered me again. Beautiful. Damn it. It's too good. Blast it. Let's see if he's still going hard. Yeah. No. You called off the attack. Might have a chance. Oh. Oh, yeah. I was lucky. He gave in, and I was done. Jeez. I was hoping he'd save it for after the climbs. We got her in a bigger bunch. More draft. I got lucky. The braking corners, he gave up. I really have to focus. I might as well sit up there. Wait for the climbs. They know I'm no threat on the climbs. They know Jacob isn't. They know they'll be tracked down on the flat. Me as well. Yeah. I'm gonna mute again. I'll be back. All right, Jakob doing about 360 steady with attacks. My FTP is about 330. So clearly, I'm not outrunning him. I try to hold on as long as I can. They realize up ahead they can't outrun him either. And here comes Joshua from behind. Ooh, some tough bots. Gotta watch that one. Cheers. Following's all I can do. Ooh. Attacks again, no way. Gotta keep up. Save me, fan. Windows open. 2 fans. Plus a ceiling fan. Can't stop sweating. Uh-oh. Oh, we lost a rider. Oh, I didn't realize. Well, when that happened, I missed it. My own little suffer world. Pretty easy for Christophe. He's one of the best climbers on the platform. These bots are TT bots. So for him, they're very slow on the climb. For me, all I can do, hold them. So he needn't do anything at all till the end. Just popped up the last climb. Good for him. He's a amazing rider as a light guy, be able to compete on the flats like this. He's plus he can sprint He's a great all-around rider. One of the best. So all that's to say, if I'm very, very lucky, second is the best I could hope for. If I can just hold on to these bots. It's gonna be a tough ask. They don't get tired. I do. Whew. All right, I'm gonna mute a little while longer. I'll be back. I saw it go, but I can't. I can't cover that. Chris definitely can't. Just gonna stick to Jakob if I can. It's gonna get ugly. Definitely don't want Christophe waiting for me. Such a nice guy, he might be inclined to, knowing he can come back, but if I pop, I'm going straight to the back. But I'll try to hang on as long as I can. Oh, that sucks. I just don't have the fitness to climb like this anymore. Okay. And I gotta try to at least pace this. Then we'll get dropped by the next group. Steady up. See how it goes. So done. Just nowhere near fit enough to do climbs anymore. Trying to get back, but it takes forever. Make progress. I lose it faster than I gain it. But my age, I'm lucky to be able to do it all. I'm not complaining. But it's very hard to maintain fitness. Chasing guys like this definitely make me faster, so I appreciate them. Even if I can't hold on, holding as long as I can really helps. All right, so Christophe won't have any problems with those three up ahead. He'll win, and the other two will take the podium. My big challenge next seeing if I can somehow, with an 18-second start at that, outlast these guys on the next climb. Doubtful. So I'm probably going to get passed by them. Straight back to the next group. But hopefully we'll have some good TT bots group to tow me along on the flat. Just to drop me on the last one. It's not my thing. But I was actually pretty happy holding that attack. A Hilti attack, covering that barely. I'd given up. And he gave up just after on the corner. Ah boy, here we go. Ah, this is gonna suck. 17 seconds. Faster climbers. It won't take long for them to pass me up. I can just do a steady pace, hope for the best. All right, I'm going to mute, suffer in silence. All right, here's the race situation. Christophe is up ahead, 2 minutes in the first group with the two top-rated bots, Joshua and Jacob. They're TT bots. Very strong. He's got this in the bag. His only worry is the attack on the flat. Being able to cover that. He'll smoke him on the climbs at the end. So he's in great shape. Well then, Christophe. I'm in group 2 with Fiorenzo Spina 2 minutes back. Just my luck. Third ranked bot. Hugo is with us. But he DNF for some reason. As soon as they caught me, he quit. I'm almost positive he's a bot. Well, we lost Eduardo Juez early. Strong human was up there with Chris. I don't know what happened to him. I just looked up and he was disappeared. I didn't even notice when. Teammate Mark had to pull the plug after a hard week of racing. I'm not even sure how many other humans are in here. It might be just me and Christophe left. So, as long as Lorenzo works on the flat, as long as I can cover any attacks. He does attack as a bot. I've raced him before. I don't know if I have the juice to cover him anymore. And one more significant climb. The rollers, of course. So I hope I can at least stay with him long enough to stay away. The bot's behind and settle for 5th in this race. Take that in a heartbeat. Climbing race. Definitely not my thing. But first, 18K left. Hold on to my friend Lorenzo. Be ready for his attacks. Christophe's gone ahead. There's no. Just have to worry about what's coming from behind. Sydney attacked on the climb. They kind of faded. The others are spread out behind, so the job really is to hold on to this little guy. Just don't lose him. Should be in good shape. We'll see. Do that climb at the end to worry about. But not counting on beating Lorenzo, shooting for 5th. All right. So we're watching the gap behind and watching Fiorenzo like a hawk. Sticking to him, watching for his attacks. Just try to draft him as best I can. All right, focus, I'll be back. All right, things have settled down a lot. Pace has really dropped now that I'm in no man's land between the two groups. 12.5K left. I've seen Fiorenzo attack before. He's a bot. But he's also got 130 TSS after hour 17. So he's been on his threshold. Not sure how much juice he has left. I certainly can't outpace him. So hold on. Hopefully keep or build on that gap behind as we head into the hills. So I'll have enough. Stay ahead. Down on the climb. Finish fifth. It's really my best hope. I can't see beating the spot on the climb. Try to have him pace me for as long as I can up anyway. So Christophe's in great shape. Those guys can't climb. Those bots. Well, I'm better than me, but nothing like him. So he's doing the right thing. Following him, covering attacks if they do. Beat him on the climb. Well done. Just happy to lead. Our gap to the bots behind is growing. Getting a little more comfortable. Stay away at the finish. 105 TSS. Isn't that far off. 100 on the hour. It really slowed down, so not accumulating TSS as much. It's a really hard hour. Just lost it on the climb. Couldn't stay with them. They just rode. It wasn't an attack, they just rode me off the wheel. Alright, I'm going to settle in, focus, make sure I cover attack if I can. If it comes, I'll be back. right. No more flat the rest of the way. It's all up or down. Way too much up. Be back after the race. Okay, recap. Very happy to be fourth in a climbing race. I'll take it. I was lucky there were no climber bots anywhere near me. Lorenzo was TT man, and I was able to take him on the line. There he is showing off. Christophe won that one easily. Look, going away, he charged up the last, beat him by 17-21 seconds. So it was always his race, as long as they didn't attack him on the flat. Well done, Christophe. Couldn't be happier with fourth. Joshua and Jacob just too much for me on the climb. He just rode me off their wheel. I was lucky to catch the next batch and held on. Happy with that. We might be the only humans left. I'm not sure if there's anybody left. Attrition was pretty high in this one. So there we go. It wasn't that far off of 100 TSS on the hour, a little after hour. So the first hour was hard. It settled after the brakes were all settled. Things just sort of settled into a steady state, and it was pretty easy to follow Lorenzo after that. So that was lucky. I saved something for the end. So anyway, it was a really nice series. This was the finale. I think I improved my points. I had a very low mountain points. So I think this will help replace that race if I understand how it'll work right. Should help me. Anyway, pleased with that. It was a great little series. Thank you, Ryan, very much. Enjoyed it. We'll look forward to what you come up with for us next. Thanks again. Yeah, you can see how hard it was at first, and the climbs were much rest there, but then this last quarter, once things were settled, once the front brake was gone, and we had a couple minute gap, things just kind of settled in. A lot of zone 2 just cruising along behind, just keeping the gap steady, and then had to work hard on the last climb. All right, let's picture that. We'll get the video posted. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3 seconds. I don't think too much of those 0 to 10 seconds. There's a lot of funny stuff sometimes with trainers at that level, so I don't read too much into that. I was hoping to see a better 20-minute time, something like that, but didn't do it today. Anyway, that we'll rest up and race again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.